My name is Robert Abele, and I'm an artist. Plein air painter is the kind of artwork that I do. Plein air painting is the act of doing a painting directly from life and sharing a dialogue with nature while being immersed in it. And today we're going to do a painting of the landing, which happens to be a place that I work in for the summer, which allows me to do beautiful paintings of the Cape. So basically how I start my paintings is I tone the canvas like most artists do, and I like to use blue because blue kind of mimics this color of the sky, and it also forces me to use a cooler palette. If you see the subject of the landing, which is this historic building here, it's in Eastham on Campground Road, and it's gray shingled and brown shingles. Where the sun has hit it, it's kind of tan, but my painting's not going to look like that because I've painted it a bunch of times exactly how it looks, and today I'm going to paint it with a cool palette, which this is a cool palette. So lots of, for me it is at least, lots of blues and purples and greens. And I'm just using a canvas, stretched canvas from Utrecht. My easel is a Soltech easel. It's like the top of the line French easel. It's 600 bucks and it's worth every penny. It sets up in 20 seconds and I love it. It's making me paint a lot quicker without having to worry about a traditional French easel and all those bells and whistles. So that's basically how I block in my canvas, just real rough. And what the blue is nice for is, as the painting progresses, I leave little breaks of the blue from underneath to show through, and it gives unity to the whole canvas. So my outline is going to be in French ultramarine, and I keep it kind of tacky so I can manipulate it. And now we just got to fit this landing into this canvas. So this little cottage on the side here is where I live for the summer, and I want to definitely get that in. Hi. Thanks. I hope to get this on the first time so I don't look like a dummy, but sometimes this takes a few shots to lay in the outline. One of the problems with plein air painting is someone's always parking in front of your subject, like they are now, which sometimes makes things difficult, but that's why you just have to make it up sometimes as you go along. This is where we sit every day and have our coffee, right under here. There's a little umbrella. Some nice shot of red on it, a picnic table. All this junk I'm just going to make up as we go along because I can't see it. And what I'm trying to do here is just establish the light where the shadow is and the shade. That side of the structure is dark. We can kind of see it emerging already, right? And we got the tree line in the back. And I'm thinking of the composition, so if the tree line doesn't look exactly like this, I'm kind of bending it and shaping it to look the way I want it to look, just to help the image relate better to itself. It's artistic license, you know? You just gotta kind of go about and do what works best for the painting. I see this strong diagonal for the tree line, and I love this shape as it cascades up here. So you've got these two opposing ground, you've got green trees, and you've got sky. And I like that shape already for the sky, because my paintings are always about the sky. So immediately, I want to start getting some color in here. I like the sketch, it's fitting in there. It's 16 by 20, I don't know if I said that. Take away some of this stuff on my palette. Yesterday I painted in Cornhill, where Edward Hopper used to paint, and it was amazing. Afterwards I drove down to Edward Hopper's studio and made it just to the bottom of his street. But it's so private I didn't go up. Everything up here in Cape Cod is private, which is terrible. Because I think artists would paint so much more. I'm just laying this color in loose. It may not be the right color, but I'm just trying to grab the light in the dark really quickly. Light. Those little drips are great. That's a happy little accident. That's not bad when that happens. For my work, at least. Hello? There's my daughter and my wife. Hi. I'm painting. You're going to the beach. That's what's nice. When you're not a painter, you get to go to the beach. The sky I always leave out to the end. because it helps me frame things around. Hey, what's up? You're gonna be on film if you come here. Too late. What's up? Oh, just coming back from it? Nice. Of what?
Just like paintings like that.
Of the landing?
Yeah, or just like.
Oh, in general?
Yeah. Too many?
Well, all the ones I have are in galleries, pretty much. I've got 20 of them in Orleans at the Addison Art Gallery. I got 6 of them in the Norton Gallery in Dartmouth. And I'm just trying to get work ready now for my shows coming up in July and August. I have studio tours. Huh? I'm making what? Making it where? Am I making it with painting?
Like, you know, just doing good at that.
Oh, fantastic. It's been a great year. I'm in Cape Cod Magazine. I'm their feature artist this month. I'll show it to you later. Yeah. I got into American Art Collector last month. That's the first time that ever happened. Little by little things are happening. Abandoned church? Where's that?
It's like down the road, there's a massive parking lot.
Down to Steel Road?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then where? You go all the way to Steel?
Well, you go all the way down to the end of the road,
Yep.
and then you take a right.
A right, okay.
So like you guys have massive parking lot, you take a right.
Oh, that abandoned church. Yeah. Up on the road there, yeah.
Then you take a right, and then there's like really like old house.
Yep.
That's totally abandoned.
Really?
And it's all boarded up and everything, but like it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
The yard's all overgrown and everything.
Oh, cool. I don't think I saw that.
It's on the right side of the road.
And is it on the same side as the church?
No, it's on the opposite side.
See, I'm usually driving down that road, so I'd probably go too fast by it.
Yeah.
I'll slow down. I'll check it out. It's on the other opposite side?
It's on the opposite side of the church.
Cool.
And it's just straight down the road.
Yeah, it might be a nice subject. I love old buildings.
Yeah, it's all like broken down and everything, and the sides are peeling off.
Nice.
I'd watch the tip if you wearing those though, because near some of the windows there. So.
Lots of glass, yeah. Kids are probably breaking into it.
Yeah, it's probably why they boarded it up.
Nice.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to go try to.
All right. I'm still kind of just blocking it in. This is the part where I get a little nervous about committing to things. but I can still correct it if I screw it up because it's so thin. I'm kind of painting on the seat of my pants just from experience. You know, I've done this a lot of times. I'm kind of knowing where I'm going. Ice box. Don't want to miss the ice box. The reason I paint in the shade is because if I was to paint in the daylight, the light is so intense in the sun. Like when we're done with this, I'm going to bring it out in the sun and show what happens when you put it under the light. It's amazing how the colors just sing, you know? Bikers. Hey, hey, hey! That's Peter Khalil. He shows in my art gallery. Awesome dude, great painter. I keep telling him to come down for ice cream, but he hasn't. Like a dark gray. Oh, cars, go away, but then there'd be no business at the landing. So now I'm starting to build the paint up thicker on this second pass of color. Start laying it in a lot more looser and start honing this image down. I want to get that awesome awning in. And every time a car pulls out, I'm looking at things to see, like the chairs and the tables and people sitting underneath, just to quickly see if I can keep it in my memory, so when I get to that, I can put it in. The important thing is just don't worry about details. Details will happen, you know, if the color's right. You've got to force yourself not to think about the details, which is the hardest thing for an artist to do, and especially the hardest thing for a novice to do, because all they want to do is start with all the fun stuff, but all that fun junk is all at the end. It's last minute of simple little nuances. Excuse me, there's some darks back here. These tree holes are really important. What about the landing? The history of the landing, it's been around since 1950, and it's a seasonal package store, and it caters to like hundreds of little cottages that are in and around this area of Campground Beach, and it's just a unique little store. Last night we were sitting outside until 3 in the morning after working an 18-hour day with customers, just having a beer and talking, and that's what's great about this place. You know, it's about friends, and it's about meeting people and connections. And while we were there at 2 in the morning, some guy came down for aloe vera. So we made a sale 2 in the morning. Go figure. It's a wonder that he even knew we were open. I love all this stuff that's going on with this parking lot right now. These little blues and purples. Bring some of it up into here. It's more important for me to get like an essence or a feeling of a place, opposed to what it exactly looks like. It's not that I can't do it exactly. It's just that I think that would be a boring picture. That's what cameras are for. I'm trying to make it a memory of it, a feeling. Whoop. Lots of bugs up here. Damn Soltech umbrella, that's a pain in the butt sometimes. Really bright white painted trim right here. Very important for value check. So you can start putting some of the trim in. I need that car to move. The Connecticut car. Come on, Mo, help those people, get them out of there. I can't see the icebox. See, I'm starting to get thicker and thicker with this paint. I'm starting to think about how it's laying on. The way I move my brush is really important for those expressive strokes that everybody's looking to get. Gotta be loose, You gotta be tight when you know where to be tight. I'm going to start working in some of the shades. Under here where we sit is much darker, so I want to leave that, but it might be a little too dark. Hi! Where's Lisa's car? Oh, it's all the way over there. Ice chest. Hi. I'm an artist. Is that the famous Amelia Monet?
It is. May we take a look?
Sure. She's a famous art critic from France. Wow.
Wow,
What's Daddy doing?
that's amazing. Now, do you sell your work on location?
This is my wife, Lisa, and my daughter, Amelia Monet. You what? You found me?
Yeah.
Yep.
You want to go swimming, Amelia?
Go to the pond.
You want to go to the pond?
I want to go to the pond. Yes, there. Daddy wants to go to the pond.
Okay. Okay, we'll be back. We're going to go for a swim.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, mommy's in the cars. Look at the cars. Daddy will come after the painting.
Okay. First color I always run out of is French ultramarine, without a doubt. The most used color on my palette. Can't help to notice these shadows that are under this tree that I am. And they help lead you into the painting too. Okay. Is that tape done?
No.
I mean, it's too dark, you think?
I'll see how.
Yeah. Getting there.
How long have you been painting for?
Oh, 25 years
Wow.
at minimum, somewhere around there.
So how old were you how old were you at 25 years ago?
Well, I'm 43, so what's the math? 23 is 20 years, right? Is that right? 23 is 20 years?
Or you were like 18. So you were 18
About that is when I started painting.
when you started at 18.
I mean, I was an artist before that, but I just did different kinds of art. I used to airbrush T-shirts and
Oh wow.
as a kid, and this is oil paint.
Oil. That's cool.
And oil is tough because it's pretty forgiving, but it goes to where it wants to go sometimes, and you can lose a painting as quickly as you can start a painting. And I'm working with a palette called a cool palette, which is like I love the blues and the greens, and I love the way the images come out. To me, it speaks to me of Cape Cod, you know, the light of Cape Cod. I think it's accurate depiction.
So you prefer working with those cooler colors?
Yeah.
Just personal.
Just personal, exactly. I've done this painting and I've painted it yellow and everything, but today I thought about it and I said, you know, I'm going to do it in this palette and see what happens. Because I've been doing some successful paintings like this lately and really liking the way they're coming out.
So you must get a lot of people that come up and talk to you.
Yeah.
Well, that's beautiful.
The lights changed so much already. This is the part where you just have to make it up. Ooh, I can see the ice cream machine. What the heck is that? The Buzz Bus. The Chocolate Cafe Buzz Bus. Is that necessary? On Cape Cod. All right, I think I'm gonna switch my brush. I did everything with this painting with that brush so far. So I think I'm gonna knock down, I think it was John Singer Sargent who said, start off with a broomstick and end with a toothpick. So you always start off with a bigger brush and work your way down to smaller brushes. But still keep it loose. Keep thinking about keeping it loose. Now the paint I'm just gonna lay on super thick. This is why people think I paint with a palette knife, but I don't. I want it all at the end just to look like it was done effortlessly. But as you can see, it's taking a lot of effort to get it to where I want to get it. Um, yeah, I might. What's tomorrow? What's tomorrow?
Friday
Maybe. Like,
or Saturday.
what's today? Today's Thursday.
Today's Thursday.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know if you wanted to try the lighthouse or something.
Yeah, we could.
I'm trying to think of a place that's really light all around
Right.
and has a lot of sky because, I mean, it's, yeah, we'll see how this goes. I think it might be dark, but we'll see.
Alrighty. Yeah, hold that pose. Yeah, at least 2 people a time says that to me every time I'm painting.
Oh, yeah.
we're done. Plein air painting is the act of doing a painting directly from life and sharing a dialogue with nature while being immersed in it. It's the way I relate to my art, it's the way I relate to painting. And for my whole life, since I've been an artist, pre-professional artist and student, I've always been drawn to painting from life directly. In college, I studied for a few years drawing on location, which was a process of going out into the streets of Manhattan and doing large charcoal drawings from life directly. And that got me excited after college to continue it, but without drawing, I started painting. So back in the early 90s, I was driving all around the Cape on my vacations from New York and doing paintings directly from life. And I acquired about 30 of them, had an art show in Manhattan, and sold it out, did really well, and I decided this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.